Hey Titters, how you doing? Hey Rocket, how you doing? I'm good, thanks, Titters. I'm just waiting for. There we go. I decided I'd glue the arms onto the Archivist before the stream started, but I forgot that I was going to have to actually hold them in place while they dried. Um, oh, and I forgot to do something important before I started the stream. There we go. Fixed it. Forgot to turn my showcase bot on. Okay. She has arms. She is no longer armless. But I've got to do a bit of a touch up on them because I took some of the paint off whilst I was Had a good stream, had good dinner. Bit gremlin. Currently chilling in Terraria. Well, I hope Terraria goes okay, Tidders. Looking through the Steam library. Oh, so many things, so many options. Better watch ourselves then. She's got a fucking big book as well. She could bat you with that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she's supposed to be. She's not supposed to be manhandling it quite like that, but her arms don't fit together quite how they're supposed to. And I've just noticed how fucking wonky the camera is, so I'm gonna fix that. And then immediately knock it off of the base. Fabulous. There we go. That's a bit better. Hey, Dammy. No need to apologise. There's no such thing as late or early or on time where these streams are concerned. You turn up when you want to. Attendance is not mandatory. So I've deliberately not painted her hands. That's, yeah, because the level book, it really fucking is, isn't it? It's so cool. But yeah, she's going to be done very, very soon. I've got to do something with her base, I think, because her base is just plain at the moment. But, other than that, she's basically there. Oh, okay, what's happened, Demi? There we go. It's better. Hey, Buff, how you doing? I'm actually going to switch to a smaller brush, I think. There is only one smaller. I'm using the fucking insane detail and it's too big for what I'm doing. That's not a good start. But I really don't want to get any grey where it's not supposed to be now I've stuck her arms on, so... I'm not doing too bad, thanks, Buff. Oh, yeah, please forgive my ratty-ass fucking nails, by the way. They've started breaking again, which is usually a sign that my diet's not too good. And because I've been a bit stressy lately, I've been chewing them. I went for like 6 months without chewing them. I did really well. But yeah, so they're a bit of a mess today, and I'm sorry about that. So I always try to make sure that they're nice and tidy, so that when I do these streams, you folks don't have to look at, frankly, a dumpster fire of a hand. But thanks, Rocket. Wow. The shuffle feature in my chatbot is a little bit wank. You wouldn't think this was shuffled at all. We've had 3 midnight songs in a row. Delivered to me. Mum said she was able to get one. Wow. That's a bit of a yo-yo effect there, isn't it, Dammy? Well, you've got one though, so that's the important thing. And text to speech still isn't working, is it? I'm gonna have to turn that one off. It's really annoying. It should just natively work and it just fucking doesn't. Give me a second, folks. But also, hello, Grox. How you doing today, friend? Right, I have turned the text-to-speech reward off for now until I can fix it. Oh, Buff. We've had similar problems with Porthos in the past. He chews his paws a lot. We've got all sorts of stuff to try and stop him from doing it, but there was a point when he was chewing his paws so much that he had to wear a cone of shame for a week. I'm on the quiet side, am I? Okay. Is that better? Um, oh, and thank you, Buff, for the stretch suggestion. Ooh. That's better. Bit better. Cool. It might have been if I was like round the other side of the microphone, because thanks, Dammy. Just hoping it actually does what it's supposed to do and switches itself off now. That's a no. There we go. Fixed it. Still working out the kinks on the new stuff, as you can probably tell. Have all the points. Fair enough. And now you know how to use them. Retro. So how you doing, Sol? I'm kind of doing the shading on her sleeves kind of quick and dirty. Because I sort of want to get her done now. Like, she's been fun. Oh shit, hey Longfang. I hope the monster hunting goes well. I will be monster hunting on Friday, and I am actually quite excited about it. Like, I very nearly just binned hobbying off this week so that I could play Monster Hunter today. So how you doing, Longfang? When you're, not beating up the locals. Music seems a little low. Oh yeah, whatever this track is very quiet in comparison to... That might be a bit too loud. Let's see. What the fuck is this? The Sakura Wars opening. Oh. Explains why it's familiar and yet very, very odd to me. Not something I was expecting to hear today. Got a little bit of green where there shouldn't be there. Screaming? Screaming? This is a live track. This is SPG. Yep. That one's a little too loud. There we go. Hello, psychologist. How you doing? That's a little too dark, actually. But I can fix that. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. My flesh tones have dried out. That's a pity. I've been using the same sheet of palette paper since we started painting her. So it's done well, because they've only just dried out. That's weird, Dammy. Setting down to more Nurgle Knight rebuild. Awesome! Well, good luck. No. I need all the spaceship exterior. Or could I? Yeah, Rakarth flesh. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and make her hands fairly pale. So I've got a bit of Rakarth just to pale up the only fucking flesh tone I own. I need to fix that at some point. I fixed it by giving it one like. I mean, that's one way to do it. Rigged the system a bit there. And then we'll use a little bit of white. If that's not dried out. Oh no. There we go. Oh! Are they both like that? Oh, fuck yes, I don't need that much flesh tone. Yes. She's got long billowy sleeves, I hadn't realised. That makes things a lot easier. Hey, Porthos. What's up, buddy? You want to come up now, don't you? Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a tiny bit. Well, it'll be more than a tiny bit, but hopefully it'll still be loud enough for folks. Because that was a bit loud for me. Oh, thank you. Oh shit, it's over there. Excuse me a sec. Porthos is going like, because he's seen the treat jar. Thank you very much, Buff and Sol, for the treats for the Porthos. He's very excited. Right, do you want to come up or do you just want the treats now? Both. Is both good? Both is not good. Can I get him on camera at all? Kind of. No, he's being camera shy again. Sorry, folks. That one went over the top of his head and he snapped for it and it just whoosh. Hey, well done, he caught the second one. Right. Porthos is there to demand his due. I don't know, he's been really weird today. Like, he got really wound up earlier. Not in a, like, angry way. Like, he's very, very playful. Which he isn't normally in the evenings. He's normally quite soft and relaxed. Oh, that's far too pale. Okay, let's try the insane detail for this. And a little bit more water. I don't know if this is going to work. The only problem with what I'm doing is that I'm basically having to try and recreate a colour that I made 2 weeks ago, from memory. Doing solo high rank stuff will mainly be lurking. That's fine. That's fine. I hope it goes well. Thank you, Cavalry. Yeah, thank you, Cavalry. Hey, Eagle, how you doing? Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you folks this. Hang on. Curses! Just as I get them in shot. I don't know if you saw that. But he'd like fully splayed his back legs out. He looked like a chicken. He knows, yeah. He really fucking does. Like, initially when I started streaming, he always wanted to be on the camera, and now, like the last couple of months, it's just like, no, I'm too old for this shit. Don't want to anymore. I don't want to work. I don't want to have to pull a cute face so that people will give me treats. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Dammy. Hey Hans, how you doing? I'm on strike until I get more treats. It's kind of like that. Trying so hard not to get a flesh tone on the book. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Eagle. I hope your internet starts to behave soon, because I know you've had issues recently, haven't you? That sucks. Excuse me a second, folks. Mum Squig's phoning me. I'm back. So, Mum Squig very kindly went to the pharmacist and picked up some antihistamines for Porthos for me. And I asked her how much they were. And she told me. And she got 2 boxes, so me being me. Hello, Soul of Lemon, Lord of the Dad joke. Me being me, I assumed that she'd give me the price for 1 box. So I sent her twice that amount of money, and she's just phoned me up and gone, "You've overpaid me. Does it really matter that much? You fed and clothed me for like 18 fucking years." I think a few quid here or there in excess of what you paid for something isn't really that much in the grand scheme of things. More money means more good, right? Yeah, something like that. I really like the music from the Persona games. It's so funky and so recognisable as well. I'm guessing this is from either Strikers or Royal, because I've not played either yet. But it's very definitely a P5 track of some description. It's from Royal. I think the Persona soundtracks have just sort of gone from strength to strength as we've sort of gone through the series. No, Porthos, you don't get to jump up for treats. That's rude. And I'm sorry to hear about the internet issue, Eagle. Like, we were in an area like that for a while. Who put Miracle of Sound in here? Can I hug you? Fucking love Miracle of Sound. And this track is fucking awesome. Nice one, Buff. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do this the easy way. So she's got some flesh tone on her hands now. Don't make me miss the rush, take me to the crush. Fucking love this song. I want to change, I'm looking at least 120 a month. Fucking hell, tidders. I mean, we've had to up the amount that we pay our broadband provider recently. They wanted to increase it by like 20 quid. We basically went, you can fuck right off with that. And because we've put up with so much shit from them for the last few years, they were like, okay, we'll raise yours by £1. Is that okay? I used my previous work experience to full advantage there. Because I know how easy it is for them to actually do like deals for people that are threatening to leave, and I know exactly which words you're supposed to say to make it easier for them to do stuff as well. So I used that knowledge. Don't know how well it would work in other countries, unfortunately, but it works very, very well for basically any utility in the UK. There's places in France where radio doesn't reach. Fuck. Don't make me miss the rush. Take me to the crash. Take me to the crash. I'm actually gonna use the flesh wash to put a little shadow where our hands are on the book as well, because we've done it like a leathery colour. It's that should look quite good. hopefully. Or it'll look terrible, we'll see. Okay. I'm actually just using it for a bit of everything now because it's also giving a kind of nice burnished look to the chains, but I'm not going to put it all over. Because I still want it to look kind of tatty. Really lightly brushing it over the chain on her leg as well. Oh, bit shaky today. Can you tell? There. I think that looks a lot better. It's not fancy, but it'll do. Gonna actually put some of the excess just on her satchel as well, just to give that a little extra layer. Ta-da! It's looking pretty good, I think. Just need to do the cuffs on her and try not to headbutt the microphone again. This is quite an epic sounding track. Oh, posture check. Yes, good point. Thank you, Theo. And the same for all of you folks too. I'm quite quiet, am I, Tidders? Okay, microphone's coming closer. Yeah, I was saying, I think the flesh wash on the book has worked quite nicely. So how you doing, Theo? And I did not have a snow day today. I had one yesterday. It threatened to snow today. But it didn't. I've just spotted a thumb there. So a tiny bit. Oh, there he goes again. Hey, Porthos. There's nothing outside, mate. Honest. There's no tat there. That's better. And then we'll put a little bit of the dark grey just here. And then really quickly get it off of her hand. Because I always do that, don't I? That's better. So, seeing as she's nearly done, I have a question for you all. What the fuck am I gonna do next? Should be epic, it's the last boss from Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, that's why. Yes, Final Fantasy does tend to have very epic music. I mean, I could tidders, just, you know, not on Twitch, because they're very lewd. Though I have the perfect one for that. What is my pile of shame like? Okay. This is just the stuff that's in boxes, like, comes in its own boxes. There is an entire cabinet over there full of other stuff. So yeah, for those that can see things clearly on my little me cam, yeah, that's some of my pile of shame. I have a problem. That problem is that I don't stop myself from buying new miniatures when I see ones that I like, even though I know I've got all that to paint. Yeah. I've also got an entire cabinet full of built but not painted Kingdom Death downstairs. Oh, sorry, Eagle. It's huge. It's a decade's worth of unbuilt and unpainted miniatures from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different systems, and some Gunpla kits. What is this? This is pretty good. I quite like this. Fintroll. I don't think I've ever heard these before. I quite like them. Yes, more than likely, Eagle. I'm actually waiting for a box of squigs to arrive as well. But I ordered it at the same time that I ordered some paint, and the paint has been on back order for several months. So, because the paint's not come back into stock yet, I've not had my squigs either. Okay. If I want to make this cohesive, I'm going to have to put some highlights on it. Like on her sleeves. Ooh. And try not to headbutt my microphone again. I mean, I'm sitting kind of wonky today, as you can probably tell. I wonder if I can... That might be a bit better. People might be able to hear me better now. But I need to sit properly. Just do a little shuffle in time with the music there. There we go, much better. And I'm even sitting properly now, sort of. I'm still sitting squiffy. There's no way anyone will ever be able to get me to sit straight, though. Made a Tau kill team. One of them is named the Tau words for political mistake. Nice. Waiting for a box of intercessors and a tech marine. Oh, cool. Still have the Necron half of Indomitus to finish. Captain, Librarian, Chaplain. Wow. I mean, that's a decent amount of backlog for sure. It's not too daunting. I think part of my problem is I've got so many different things that I could paint, and so many things that I kind of want to wait until I'm a good enough painter to paint them, if you know what I mean. Like, I've got some absolutely beautiful Kingdom Death minis that I really, really want to paint up, but I also don't want to ruin them. And let's face it, you folks don't really come here for my skills, 'cause I ain't that good. I'm alright, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm shit, but I could be a lot better. I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, most of you probably come here because it doesn't really matter if I'm doing the best art when it comes to my painting streams, but I'm having fun and I'm chilling out with you all, and as long as I'm enjoying it, it doesn't really matter if it looks good. It's like that Mr. Rogers gif that I post quite often. I do really believe that. It's the same with Bob Ross. Anyone can do this. Anyone can paint a miniature. We'll all do it differently, and that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Eagle, and thank you, Buff. Oh, and Tidders as well, thank you. Still want to buy some tanks and bits to do some proper kit bash. I would like to have a go at kit bashing, but every time I've tried to do something like that, it's gone horribly wrong so far. So I need to practice. Now, I noticed a little bit of her cloak doesn't have any green on it, so I'm gonna quickly try and fix that. But yeah, I don't want to fuck those miniatures up. And I don't think I'm quite there yet. I mean, the Archivist is literally the first miniature whose eyes I haven't fucked up immediately. I got her eyes done first time, and I am still so proud of that. I don't know if I can... No, I can't. That's as close as I can get her, and her still be in focus. But, you know, I'm really pleased with how her face has turned out. Oh, it's not. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I lost my sound for a second. There's no right way to be a good painter. What one person might like, another might hate. Exactly, Dammy. And that's something I say a lot too. Like, I know I make jokes about, oh, I'm doing it the cheaty way, but there is no right or wrong way to paint. As long as you're happy with... Give me a second, folks. I've left my curtains open so I could have some actual daylight, and Porthos is whining because the outside world is out there. So I'm going to have to shut my curtains. Nobody. There's nothing out there for you. Seriously. There's literally nothing there. It's a bit dark in here now. Okay. It's now quite dark in here because my curtains are good. So, you lovely folks are going to get to hear a fun sound command that I have. Alexa, light. Much better, thank you, Alexa. And yes, that was a reference. Tall girlfriend might be there. No, tall girlfriend, oh, when I said sound command, I meant, voice command, sorry. Tall girlfriend is the other side of the estate. We've never seen her outside of her garden. She is lovely though. Not seen her in a little while. Yeah, I turned my voice activated light into a Fifth Element reference because I'm a sado. What do you need? Ah, that's right. I was going to do some highlights before I got distracted. He's still whining at the window, but now it's a little bit less pronounced because he can't look out of it. And I do feel a little bad for just shutting the curtains on him, but he just gets himself really worked up for no reason. And that's not good for anybody. Is this the Bloodborne one? I really should play Bloodborne. I've just seen what you've put in the queue, Tidders. Right, I think she'd be done. Let's get a bit more light on her. That's better. You can see her a bit better now, can't you? Da-da! I'll stick with Baby's First Dark Souls. Yeah, fair enough. I want to play Fallen Order as well at some point. I've really gotten into Star Wars over the last year or so, in a way that I really wasn't before. Like, I'm still not massively fussed over the movies. I don't have the nostalgia for them that a lot of folks my age do, because I was brought up in a Stargate household. But, you know, they're not bad. Oh, Awesome Hands. Well, I hope you have lots of fun with it, and maybe we'll go hunting together sometime. Be cool. Your Trek house. Yep, that's fair. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure she's done. I can't see anything else that needs doing on her. She's got hands, see? She's got a nice dress, she's got a cloak, got a satchel. The only thing I haven't done is her bass, but I might just do that like offline another time. So it's a Miracle of Sound day, is it? I mean, I'm okay with that. That wasn't a dig. I'm just... It's been a while since I've listened to him, actually, so... With a D at the end, hands. I know I don't pronounce it particularly clearly. Yeah. Okay. I was really hoping that by the time I finished her, my paint and my squigs would have arrived so that I could paint the mini I was supposed to be painting on these streams, or paint some squigs, but that hasn't happened. Hey, if you want to stick some horny French tunes into the playlist, Eagle, by all means go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. The idea of the jukebox is that you get to pick what you listen to. So, you know, if that's what you want to listen to, go for it. I am really pleased with how the cloak turned out. Like, I think the shading on it looks quite nice. I'm quite proud of it. Okay. That's enough gushing over the model, I think. So, I have painted another Kingdom Death model. I am pleased with this turn of events. Maybe I'll get through them all eventually. I only have a select 2 down, 127 to go. 127 titters. That's I think it's more than that. Quite a lot more. Around 1,000 to go. Yeah, something like that. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, titters. I can't actually reach any more of my KD stuff right now. Okie doke, Dammy. What I can reach is all my Hero Forge minis. Ooh. Just gonna very carefully move my toolkit out of the way. Stand up and take it back. Who've we got? Oh! Oh, Ivan just fell in a cup. There we go. Stand up and take it back. Pop that out of the way. So, I got something I can stand these on. Maybe. Fucking genre whiplash in here, it really is. I love it. Okay, this should, in theory, work. Oh, I hope the lid's on that glue. Yeah, this should work. So, we've got... they'll be a bit out of focus, and I'm sorry about that. Fucking hell, it is. We've got Elodie. We've got Ivan. We've got Grox. We got Longfang. We got Slow. We got Snipe and Wib and me. Which one shall we do? Wonder if I can... Ta-da! Now they're in focus, sort of. The one with the fanciest pants. Oh, Tidders, that's mean. Okay, so there is... You're such a bugger, Tidders. We've got 1 vote for me. 1 vote for whoever has the fanciest pants. Though I don't feel I'm really equipped to judge that one. And 1 vote for Longfang. Anybody want to tip the scales in any particular direction? Or, you know, make it even more difficult by voting for a completely different miniature? Who do we think has the fanciest pants? Okay, so that's 2 votes for me. Crocs votes for himself. It's a fix. Okay, so we've had 2 votes for me. Unless somebody jumps in at the last second and votes for somebody else that already has a vote, will paint me up. Which isn't gonna seem really fucking weird to anybody that comes and watches this later. Oh yes, I'm painting myself. Yeah. God fucking damn it, Longfang. Okay. So it's a death battle between me and Grox. Oh, I knew I should have put a poll on Twitter. I completely forgot to do it before the stream, and now I'm going to suffer. You know what? Whilst you lot fight amongst yourselves, I'm going to have a drink. I'm currently wishing it was a lot stronger than it actually is. Twitter polls are full of suffering. Let's face it, my Kohoot nearly got named Albert. There's 1 vote in it that came in at the last second. I mean, you know, Archimedes works too. We were robbed. Justice for Albert. Oh dear. Gatai. Roll a die. Well, it looks like Hans is voting for Grox. And I'm okay with that. Welcome back, Dammy. Just putting everybody away. Oh yeah, the Hero Forge minis live on top of my hobbying case, by the way. I don't have a proper home for them, but I really like them. Even though they're unpainted. So I just sort of leave them where I can see them. For emergencies such as this, and just because I like looking at them. It's nice having all these lovely community people, and me. Less me. Just there, where I can reach them if I fancy a change of pace in my painting. So, we're going to paint Grox. Tidders, I don't know if you saw the Monster Hunter Rise thing I posted earlier, but when I posted the one that says "How dare" on it, I was thinking of you. Just got my dinner. Pork chops and wedges. Nice. Right. I need to deal with this, 'cause fucking hell, that's a mess. And we're painting a new miniature, so it's time for a nice clean palette and some fresh water. I don't need to move anywhere. Yes, paint me like you painted the Tidator live on stream. I don't know how to take that, Grox. I suddenly feel really dirty. But yes, that's what's going to happen. We're going to paint the miniature Grox on live on stream. Oh no. Okay, so I am going to have to leave at some point to set the wet palette up again. Because do you folks remember when I painted her hair red and the bottle spurted everywhere? Well, not only did it completely fuck up the paper, but it seeped right through onto the foam, and the foam is now damaged. So I'm going to have to try and rescue that somehow. But I do have a spare. Some of the pigments do tend to seep through, as you can see. That's actually still damp as well, except for the bit with the red paint on it. Oh no. Hang on. Let me see if I can show you this. Ugh, yeah, look at that. It's gone right the way through. The rest of the foam's perfectly fine. Right, I think my spare is under my desk, so I'll be right back. Ah, no, that was paper. I need that too. Where is my spare foam? Is it in my spare palette? Yeah, that one looks a bit rough around the edges, but it should be fine. So, I actually have 2 wet palettes, because it was cheaper to buy replacement foam and everything in a kit with a new palette than it was to just buy it on its own. And I figured it might be worth having a spare, just in case. Never realised how pointy Stormcast Eternal shoes are. Yeah, they are quite pointy, aren't they? From what I've seen on the pictures. I don't own any, so it's all second-hand experience. There we go. Okay, so this is already, I'm going to have to say it, this is already moist, so I don't need to make it any wetter, or I shouldn't do. And I know it looks a bit grubby, but I've had this one for ages. Thanks, Titters. Thanks, Dammy. Okay, we'll see. Oh, and I will stretch in a moment, Dammy, as soon as this is done. Because what's supposed to happen is the paper's supposed to just stick to the foam, and you're supposed to do this. Just spread it out so that it goes nice and flat and doesn't have any ripples in it. Oh, thank you, Porthos. Hope you're not chewing your toe again. Otherwise we're going to have to have words. Okay, I might need a little bit of water. Yeah, I'm going to need a tiny bit of water. Do I have my little water bottle with me? Or did I empty it? Haha! Occasionally, I prepare in advance. Very occasionally. So, that doesn't want to stick. But that's fine, because we got water. So I'm just gonna... The important thing when you're doing this is to make sure that you don't get both sides of the paper wet, because otherwise it won't work. Which is why I folded that over then but didn't like move it off of the palette, because I'm bound to get the other side wet if I do that. There we go. And then we'll put a little bit more water this side too. What's left. And now we'll try again. There we go. That's better. I mean, it's not... The ripples aren't coming out the way they're supposed to. But the paper can be a bit temperamental. It's like them little heat-sensitive fish that you used to get in Christmas crackers. Just immediately goes in the opposite direction to the one you want it to go into. There we go. That'll do. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Sort of. We'll just use this end. And I'll sort the other end out later. Fish, Christmas crackers. Okay, no, I'm going to have to sort it out now. It's pissing me off. There we go. It's a bit too much overlap on one side. I have no idea how to explain them, hands. Basically, I don't know if it's just like an 80s, 90s thing. This is really weird. This is a song I have not heard in a long time. And I have never heard this version of it. And I'm going to use trying to explain these fucking Christmas cracker fish as a good means of not singing along. Because this is turning into one of those fucking TikTok don't sing challenges for me today. Hey, that is a perfectly reasonable way of doing it, Sol. I just had a little bit of spare cash and went, you know what, I'm going to get a proper wet palette. And I got this at the same time. Vibing Cat works surprisingly well with this track. So, the fish. Basically, they're like a little piece of transparent red plastic. That are described as fortune-telling fish, and you put them in the palm of your hand, and the little piece of plastic that's shaped like a fish, its tail curls up, or its head curls up, or both curl up, and it's like a mood ring in that sense, and they're supposed to be able to predict the mood you're in. Also, they're from the 1840s. Fine. Like, just out me as a vampire, why don't you? But yeah, they often came in Christmas crackers when I was a kid. Used to be able to get them at the seaside as well, apparently. But Christmas crackers, Tidders has explained, because I think they might be an English thing as well. Oh yeah, I moved all my paintbrushes, when I was doing the thing with the voting box. That went well, didn't it? Right. Oh, good. Okay. So, some of you may remember that I left my regiment brush in my water pot for a week by accident a few streams back, and that it was basically fucked as a result. Well, the tip came off earlier, and I super glued it back in place, and it's dry now, so I can use it again. So, before I do anything else, going in with a layer of Green Stuff World's matte black primer. It is my favourite primer, because it's designed for airbrushes, but it goes on so smooth with a standard paintbrush as well. It gives the best coverage of any primer I've used. Okie doke, Dammy. I want to get they do a few different colours now, and I want to try and get a few of them next time I've got some cash, so that I can experiment with different base colours. I particularly want to get the white one so that I can try and reprime my Kingdom Death Slender Man. Because I used a rattle can to prime him, one of the Citadel ones, and it did not turn out too well. Oh, now that I need to hear. That sounds like it will be a good cover. Anyway, let's skip the advert at the end of that track. Oh, this brings back memories. Oh yeah, I saw I guess you could call it a trailer. The comparison for the Mass Effect remaster between the original and the remaster. It shows promise. I will say that much. Slow's very happy that you can still bunny hop in a Mako. Any trailer can show promise. Look at 2077. Yes, agreed. Which is why I said it shows promise and not I am very excited for it. Because, frankly, if I can play it on my PC, it'll be an improvement. So we'll see. Hey, Spartan, how you doing, friend? Slow says I dance like Commander Shepard, which I don't think is supposed to be a compliment. Now, the only downside to these miniatures is because they're a single solid piece. Unlike with the Archivist, I have to try and paint around things like the arms and the hat and stuff like that. Unless I want to try and cut the miniature up into little bits and then stick it back together later, which I don't want to do. I want to sue BioWare, they stole my dance moves. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty sure I've been doing it for longer. Not than you, obviously, because you're a little bit older than me. But definitely longer than Commander Shepard. I plan to stream the remaster in May. Awesome! Is this a Hades track? This is a Hades track. This has got to be a Hades track. Yeah, this is a Hades track. Yeah. Oh, yes. Fucking love this soundtrack. Meg's boss theme. Yeah, it is, isn't it? You'd think with the amount of times I've had to fucking fight her, I'd know that. But here we are. I still haven't finished Hades. I am not particularly good at it. Finally beat the Bone Hydra though, so that's nice. And I can fairly consistently beat the Bone Hydra now. Fairly consistently. I'm currently in Hades, stuck on the Bull of Minos and his very good friend. Hey Dick, how you doing? Unfortunately, Vibing Cat doesn't work quite as advertised today. I have to turn him off manually. But other than that... Oh no, Vibin is perfectly acceptable. I just have to, you know, keep an eye on it so it doesn't just play forever and ever and ever. Which I'm fine with doing. Oh yeah, they totally are buff. That was why the very good friends. It's just historian speak for totally fucking doing it. I gotta admit, I'm very impressed with the putty that came with this this painting handle, because that's the same bit of putty from when I first took it out of the packaging and reviewed it on stream. It has held 4 miniatures now, I think, for their full term of painting, and it's still going. It shows no signs of giving up, and I've got loads of it left. And I do like that a lot better than having something like gripping the miniature as well. Because it gives me a bit more wiggle room. Just like Kiryu and Majima. Yeah. See, this is where things get difficult on a single piece miniature. I've got a coat I need to paint in there. How the heck am I going to do that? We'll do it this way. Gotta admit, I don't normally get to hear this much of this theme tune, because either I've killed her, or she's fucking obliterated me. Just doing a quick time check then. Because I am feeding myself tonight. But I still want to eat at a reasonable time because I've been going to bed very late, which is not a good thing. It's probably part of the reason I can't fucking focus half the time at work. That, and every time I try and focus, the fucking servers go down, so I can't do anything. I spent most of this morning sitting at my desk, looking at my Switch, thinking, thanks, Buff. Yeah, I spent most of this morning sitting at my desk, looking at my Switch, thinking, are the IT team gonna fix the network fast enough that I can't get a hunt in, or should I just give it a shot anyway? And I fucking did as well. I'd been sat there waiting for about 20 minutes to actually be able to do any work, picked up my Switch, and the second I there's no eat command, so hydrate had to do. Yeah, fair enough. Didn't play for me. Did anybody else not hear it? Because it could just be that the music's quite loud. Kinda heard it, yeah. Well, the chat commands and the music are both coming from the same place. So if you can hear the music, then the chat commands you'll be able to hear too. Just maybe not over the music. In fact, I should probably turn it down a tiny bit. Oof, another one. Bloody hell. The first time I heard this. Fucking hell, that scared me. Well, I'm glad that you were able to find that out by making me shit myself. Thanks, folks. Hey, Shanus, how you doing? Like, seriously, I'm so glad that I got you to do that, Long Fang, but at the same time, every time somebody uses that command, I think, shit, what have I done? Exclamation mark SR, and then a YouTube link. And if you want to know what other things you can do with the jukebox, exclamation mark jukebox help, I think, is the command that I've got set up to tell you all of the jukebox commands. I did actually have a River Song clip lined up, dammy, but then Longfang started doing VA commissions, and I went, you know what? That'll be even fucking better. So there you go, long friend. I chose you over River Song. Hey, Holly Rose, how you doing? Welcome to your first ever hobby happy hour. I hope you have a good time here. You've caught me on the 1 week when I haven't done my nails, especially for the occasion, though. So sorry about that, because I know you're a reasonably avid follower of my nail painting antics. Oh, this isn't going well. I can't get to the rest of the coat. This is so awkward. I have to go in through the legs. There we go. I think I got it. That one was intentional. His butt's still grey. Grox, you got a grey butt. There we go. This sounds familiar. Grey underwear. Well, he's wearing trousers, so... Grey assless chaps? Orky still claim the last of Meowcrack's Earthshade. Oh no! Suppose I should start learning how to shade things manually now. Make your own shade. It's Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, okay. I've not actually played any of the Fire Emblem games that I can recall. No, I haven't. Come on. There we go. Did it. Ha ha! Grox no longer has a grey butt. Bless you, Porthos. Okay. So... I think... Oh, we got a little bit there that got missed. There we go. Just do that as well. There we go. A little bit of the Grox box. I think we're good to start painting him. First things first, I'm going to clean my brush. And not leave it in the pot. 2 on 3DS and this one on the Switch. Oh, neat. Maybe going Superman style with a second pair of underwear over the trousers. Maybe. Okay, who was it? Own up. Trying really hard to be serious here, and I cannot do it with Gabe barking in the background. This is the superior version of this tune. Good job I weren't painting when this came on. You lot. What am I going to do with you? I am blessed. I wish I could take credit for this. Really, Dammy. Really. Oh, and Porthos is being cute next to me as well, which I can't show you because he'll immediately move if I turn the camera to him. But oh dear. Okay. So, oh, thank you for the treat for Porthos buff. Which he failed to catch. Oh, thank you, Soul, as well. No, I'm good, thanks, Dammy. Really, they only surprised me the first time. And this one mostly surprised me because this is a track that Slow puts on quite often. Oh, Tidders, could you please give Shane some jukebox tokens? Thank you. Okay. Grox. Okay, you've already beat me to my question. Bollocks. Okay, you'll have to give me a second. I'm gonna guess that it was... Soul that put this in? Oh, fuck off, Shanus. I saw what you put in then. You shit. This is a good cover, I like this. Okay, cool. I now have my colour inspiration. Glory to Leo, he has quite a few decent covers. Yeah, this is definitely one of them. I like it. Okay, so it's looking like a fair bit of gold. And red. Oh, and you've got a skull on your shoulder in the picture. Where's my bag of skulls gone? And yes, I said that. I have a bag of skulls. It's a big bag of skulls. This doesn't feel heavy enough to have my Sacco skulls in it, but it might do. Nope, that's the sorted bits. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Nope, that's Space Marine heads. That's basing materials. Ah, this one looks promising. Because it's got Space Marine corpses in it. Yep, there it is. There's my sack of skulls. And several tree stumps. Haha. Oh, and I wonder if this is just chaos. Oh, that's a shame. So I've also got... Don't know if you'll be able to see them very clearly. All these little brass etch chaos symbols. Which I've never fucking used. I saw them and went, ooh, I'll have them. And that was the end of it. It's not just miniatures that I do it with, it's bits and like supplies and shit as well. I don't know if you can still get them, Spartan, but they came from Green Stuff World. They were horrifically cheap, and they do loads of different ones. Like they do an Imperial one, they do the Chaos one, obviously. They do a few different ones. Right, my Sacco skulls. Hopefully, somewhere in here is a skull that will fit nicely on Grox's shoulder, so that we can make him a little bit more accurate to his artwork. For those that haven't seen it, I know you got reflection on it. There we go. That's Grox's profile picture, drawn by the magnificent Christian. Very talented artist who I will be commissioning at some... What the... Okay, let's just skip that advert. Hey, Rustbot, how you doing, friend? There's some big skulls in there too. Ooh, what's this one? Got some orky skulls. Another orky skull. That's a whole skull. Do we have any little faceplate type skulls? Got a beaky skull. And one that looks suspiciously like a xenomorph. Okay. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to take one of the full skulls. Just look at these though. Isn't that fab? These are all from the Citadel Skulls box. I basically took the sprues out and just clipped every single one of them off and then put them in a Wilco's pick and mix DIY bag. This hobby's getting crazy. Oh yeah. I'm a rebel. Me. A loner. Just got to put all my skulls back in my bag now so they don't go everywhere. Remember, kids, always put your skulls away when you're done playing with them. I always love a pick and mix skull. Yeah, me too, Shay. Me too. Right. One teeny tiny skull. Where is a sharp thing? I need a sharp thing. Okay. I have two sharp things. I'm going to do this off camera because this is very small and I don't want to injure myself. And it will be easier to not injure myself if I do it close to me, which means you don't get to watch, I'm afraid. Yes! Yes! That worked exactly how I wanted it to. And they make for environmentally friendly drinking cups. Yeah, exactly. I now have half a skull. Ba-ba! And I didn't even need the knife. Which will probably make my regular Hobby Happy Hour viewers feel much more relaxed. Because my knife etiquette is fucking terrible. Just gonna sand that down a little bit. I've got a little bit of puckering there where there was an air bubble in the skull. But what I'm going to do, hopefully, is just glue it onto his shoulder. We've got quite a fair few in the queue at the minute. Not a bad thing. I always like listening to the things that you folks want to put into the jukebox. Because, for one thing, I get to experience loads of music that I never would have found otherwise. And for another thing, sometimes your shitposts are actually funny. You swine bags. Hobby has to cut a plastic piece. Panic! Hobby did not have to use the knife. Calm. Hobby still has a knife though. Panic! I'm not that bad. Usually. Oh dear. The one problem I have with my glue is that it prefers sticking to me than sticking to the miniatures. Which can be difficult. Where the fuck are my tweezers? There they are. Especially when you're dealing with a teeny tiny piece like this. Which I just dropped. There we go. Stay. Please. Okay. Oh, that's not very secure on that side. Okay. This is going to require some green stuff. But what I'm going to do first is very carefully put it on the shoulder and then not touch the shoulder, because that's a sensible thing to do, you see. Unlike what I did before, which was poke it and then watch the skull fall off. I know you can't really see what I'm doing right now, but I'm just trying to get the skull onto my tweezers in a way that will allow me to boop, pop it on. I just want to try and get it a bit better balanced on the arm. Nerves. Come on. There. Okay. So I'm actually just going to leave Grox on his side like that while that dries a little bit, and then I'll green stuff around it and then repaint that bit. All this because I wanted it to look like the artwork. Hobby is not usually that bad with a knife. Doubt. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Look, I preface my bad knife etiquette with don't do this at home. I know what I'm doing is the wrong way to do it, but it's the comfortable way for me to do it. Just going to catch that bit in, seeing as I spotted it whilst he was on his side. This is not how you're supposed to use this thing. I do it anyway. Nah. Well, at the end of the day, you're all grown-ass adults. And you can make decisions for yourselves on how best to use a knife. Or not, as the case may be. Doubt. Fucking hell. So many doubters in chat tonight. Though it is perfectly reasonable to doubt that I'm trustworthy with a sharp object. saved it. Okay. Please be kind, Gravity. Please be kind. So I'm going to have to leave him for a little bit just so that that can... set, for want of a better description. So... I've only got 15 minutes left. Shall I base coat another one? And we can just chat while I base coat. That is very true, Spartan. Okay. Chat time! Now, I don't know how many other folks do this, but when I first started hobbying, I used to base coat my friends' miniatures, and we'd sit in our local games workshop and they'd pass me something and I'd just sit there and base coat it and we'd chat, and they'd be like actually putting colour on whatever it was after I'd done, and we had like a little work chain going, I guess is the best way to put it. Right. Ow! I just burnt my hand on my lamp. And who are we painting? Ha! So I grabbed several miniatures and dropped the ones that didn't get stuck in my hand. So we're base coating Longfang now. Also, thank you whoever put this in. No, I don't want the insane detail for this. So, how's everybody doing? Thank you very much, Longfang. Good choice. I did put in a Star Wars trap, but not this one. Painting 50 Renegades Guardsmen. Wow. Good luck. This is good. I like this. So, who's as excited for my Friday stream as I am? Because I am very excited about it. I already know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know how well it'll go, but I know what I'm going to do. I'm excited because you're excited. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I am sorry about that, Tidders. And it is such a shame because it's such a pretty game. They're excited. Good, I'm glad. No, I know. But I always feel a little bit glum when I get really excited about something and my friends and my viewers can't enjoy it because of one thing or another, you know? Because I've basically spent weeks hyping that game up and you can't watch the streams, you know? Also, I'm sorry for what's next. You're not. I know you're fucking not. Because I saw you put it in the fucking queue, you swine bag. You ain't sorry at all. Hey, D-Mac. You're not late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. How you doing, mate? And look, you arrived just in time to watch me base coat Longfang for what's left of the stream. And yes, I will be painting the bear on the shield. In case anyone was wondering. Um, Shanus. Fuck you, mate. You git. It's a pity I can't blacklist specific words. Because I would. No, I haven't, DMAC. What is the advice? Wait, is this the actual... Oh no. Who put this in? Oh yeah, I've already done that. So that's fine, DMAC.
I can't hear you. I'm
okay.
dead.
Oh shit! Thank you very much for the donation, Spartan. I love this song. I absolutely adore this song. I know all the words. I sing along to it all the time. Sometimes I don't even have to have it playing and I'll be singing along to it, so I'm talking over it now so I don't sing. It's such a good song. Such a good song. Should we skip before I get emotional? No, I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm just... like, I've already slipped up twice tonight. I know I have. But this track is just one that I really enjoy singing along to, and I really don't want to put you folks through that. Karaoke stream. No. Yes, Bastion. It's, it was Supergiant's first game, and it was where my absolute undying love for them as a company began. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one, Tidders. I need to karaoke streams for the accent music. It's in the contract. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's over. Just inform me that I've washed all of my cigarettes and ruined her wash. Oh no! Oh no. I am really sorry to hear that, DMAC, and my response to their terrible security was I've had to forward most of those ports already anyway, because of the Master Chief Collection. It was literally the only way I could get it to work so that I could play co-op. And I blame my ISP for that. Hello, Porthos. What's the matter, mate? You want more treats? Your nose is running. You're snotty for, baby. He's wagging his tail so hard he's shaking my chair. No, DMAC, this was on the PC. It is an issue that only affects some PC players. And unfortunately, both Slow and I were in that bucket, because we're in the same house with the same internet connection. He was going a bit dog copter then. Thank you very much for the treat buff. Yeah, it's really fucking weird, DMAC, but let's face it, it's me and technology, so of course it's weird. I've got some sort of tech curse. Oh dear, I need a bit more paint. Yeah, it was literally the only way we could fix it. We spent 3 weeks trying absolutely everything. My poor sweet cigarette's taken too soon. Now, I appreciate that cigarettes are quite expensive, so that was probably quite the loss. Question is, was it the greatest loss of the incident? Yes, they are expensive, yes. One of the many reasons I'm glad I don't smoke. But I suppose I stress eat instead. So yeah, that's a thing. Heckin' pricey. It's hard to believe I used to be even more skint than I am now. I get what you mean there, Tidders. Only on days with 0-day disclosure. Yeah, sure. Porthos is doing a big spin because it's getting close to 8 o'clock and he knows what happens at 8 o'clock. Never smoked, but used to have a lot of friends that did. I have had a grand total of 1 cigarette in my entire life. And I wasn't fussed. Like, it didn't really do out for me, but I wasn't horrified or disgusted by it, you know? I have a different kind of addictive personality. Gene Simmons is the chalk ice of rock music. Hello, Cyborg. How you doing? Oh, fucking hell. Was this you as well, Buff? You testing me? I really like the Bastion soundtrack. YouTube has been recommending me Dango videos and now I want to make some. Do it! Do it, Shanus. Confirmed videos with likes and dislikes disabled count as having more dislikes than likes. And the jukebox won't play them. Ah, yes. That was to try and curb the amount of shitposts. But obviously it's not worked, so maybe I'll just turn that off. Oh, shit. Thank you very much for the resub, Cyborg. 11 months. You are approaching the Rainbow Squig sticker. I'm gonna have to listen to this when I go offline. I know exactly what's going on while I cook. Having painted 15 of them, these old Forge World Renegades are pretty neat models. Shame they're no longer made. That is a shame. But I'm glad you're enjoying painting them. Don't even talk about Dango. Watch Clanad. I know very well the amount of emotional trauma a cutesy song about cutesy food can inflict upon a person. Me, the person is me. Oh, bless you, Rust. Big hugs, friend. I've never watched Clanad. I really should. It's treat time, is it, Emmy? Give the cats a scritch from me. Upgrade my Jim Gordon. I need to get at least 0.3 specialist airsoft pistol. Well, if you need a specific airsoft pistol, you've got at least 2 people in chat tonight that can help you out with the right place to look. One of my cats brought in half a mouse the other night. Just half of it. Damn, Spartan. See, one of Mum Squig's cats has long since passed. So, excuse me a second. I'll finish that thought in a moment. Thank you very much, Grox. I have just seen the little treat you sent me. Thank you very much, friend. You shit. Yeah, it's long since passed. I say he was Mum Squig's cat. He really wasn't. We were his humans. Like, he literally just moved himself into our house one day. But he had a thing for hunting and bringing in slugs. He never brought in mice. And if a mouse got into the house, he would just watch it running around and would just leave it to do its thing. He wouldn't actually, like, try and catch it or anything. But he would bring my mother slugs. And he'd put them in her shoes. Because he was a little shit. He was a really mean cat. Like, I have a very distinct memory of he didn't like being picked up.
A pirate I was meant to be, trim the sails and roam the sea.
Hello, Sam and Raiders. Thank you very much. How are you doing this evening? And also thank you whoever put Weird Al into the fucking playlist. Thanks, Demi. Oh, so this was the Star Wars song you put in. Oh, yes. Good point, Panda. I have been doing this for a little while. I should have a posture check. And that goes for everybody else too. You've all been sitting, watching me base counting things for a little while now. So once I've finished this little bit, There we go. Posture check time. Don't forget to roll your shoulders as well if you've been, like I have, hunched over. That's better. I am going to have to stop soon. Posture matters matter, and is my good deed of the day. I have more party wagons to make. Well, good luck with your party wagons. Hey, Martel, how you doing? Had a great day at work today. I'm glad to hear that, Sam. Oh, Martel, that reminds me. Have you seen the tweet someone's done with the picture of Tim Curry looking disappointed, and it says, when you realise that Elon Musk is trying to capitalise space? Hey, Destroyer, how you doing? Oh, now I really can't just, like, drop the stream off, can I? Everyone's turned up and saying hello. And adding things to the playlist. So I'm just going to have to stay for a little bit longer. So that I can spend time with you all. Brian Blessed voices Red Ivan in Evil Genius 2. Oh, wicked. I didn't know that. Like, when I watched Hans stream it, I couldn't have the sound up too loud. And then I had to fuck off and buy food, because that was when our fridge was broken. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities. Put it on my poll. Oh, I haven't seen your poll, Hans. Sorry. Got some compression gloves now. Oh, fab. They're lovely, aren't they? Hope they send Tim Curry's ashes into space so he can finally go to the one place not corrupted by capitalism. Oh, Spartan. That was well done. Gold stars for that one. For which Evil Genius to play? And one of the options was Brian Blessed Ivan. Oh, I didn't know that. If the poll's still going, then I can vote on it, and you all know who I'll vote for. But otherwise, sorry. I've had a few problems with Twitter showing me the same tweets over and over again and not showing me new stuff recently. Like, there was a point when I'd seen one tweet by Wib like 6 times over the space of a day at different points in my timeline, and I was thinking, why does he keep retweeting this? And he hadn't. It was Twitter being a twat. There's a reason I call it Twatter. Right. Oops. Whew. Okay. So a few different ways to do this, but I'm going to do it the way that doesn't require me fishing things out of boxes. Well, that got dark quickly. I feel kind of guilty for laughing at this. So, thank you for whoever just outed me as a psychopath. Okay, so this isn't going to be perfect, but folks should be used to my oh, I should have known it was you, so fucking hell. Okay. I'm gonna take a guess at this one. Shanus, was this you? Trying to find Persky in your giant robot car. Yeah, so there are much tidier ways of doing this, but this is me doing the quick and dirty way. Thanks, Destroyer. It's supposed to automatically switch off after a few seconds, but that doesn't seem to want to play tonight, so I'm doing it manually. One of these traitor guardsmen has a water bottle with a chaos symbol on it. He has a chaos sippy cup. That's kind of cool. I kind of want a chaos sippy cup. Just have it on all the time. I mean, I could. Was it you, Cyborg? Did you put this in the list then? Right. Where is one of my more knackered brushes? Because what I'm just going to do is I'm going to smooth the... Oops, sorry camera. Smooth the green stuff down, but with a brush that I don't care if I spoil. Yeah, this one will do. Has Textwig gone to sleep? There's one way to check. Oh no, it's caught up. It was Shanus, I thought it was. So I've mostly put the green stuff on so that the skull has more connection points with the shoulder. It's less about making it look smooth and more about making sure that it doesn't fall off. I'm getting to the point where I can't really do much more with the Grox Mini until that green stuff's dried, though. So, because I can't paint it. I can touch up those bits there, but I can't really do much more than that until the green stuff's dry. Thank you, Modhail, for the treat for Porthos. I don't know where he's gone. Oh, he's on his bed, would you believe? Hello, Porthos. There you go. He failed to catch that one too. He's not having a very good catching day. Modhail has also suggested I stretch. That is a good question, Destroyer. Just give me a second to do as I've been told and have a nice stretch. Oh, actually, that was really nice. Thank you for that suggestion. And remember, the toilet cams are for research purposes only. Okay. Stock of this Garbman's flamer is made of wood. Huh, okay. That doesn't seem dangerous at all. Green stuff, does it work better? Yes and no. So, if I don't need that base coat, but it's good practice to, you know, cover up my damn stuff when I'm done. So, where's the pot? Here we go. So, liquid green stuff. I've had this a little while. And you can tell, because look at the inside of the lid. And the pot itself, actually. It's not very liquidy, but I frankly find that when it's like this, it works better than when it's fresh. It is a little bit slimy. Yeah. If I get my trusty toothpick, see, I'm covered in the stuff already, look. You can get that out, but it's more like traditional green stuff. Just pop that back in there. And if I dip right in, that is quite wet. Yeah. I don't mind putting it all over my hand. They're already a mess anyway. That is quite wet. It's not as wet as it was when I first bought the stuff. But I tend to find it it actually does what it's supposed to do better in that state than in its fresh state. Good alternative is watered down Milliput. I don't have any Milliput because the Milliput I've ordered is stuck in the same back-ordered order, saying order way too many times, that my squigs are in, because I'm waiting for some pink paint to come into stock so that I can paint yellow with a pink base coat, because I really want to give that a try because it's supposedly really, really good. You know, one thing I haven't set up for these streams is an inverse of the setup I currently have. Like, so that you can see my face properly when I'm not painting anything. It fucking might be, Modale. Yes, I am well aware, Destroyer, but I've ordered a specific brand and shade of paint because it's one that's come highly recommended, and I want to try it with that before I start having a go with my own mixes. But yeah, I also only have one shade of red, so I don't even know if I can make a decent pink with it, because it tends to come out a bit peachy, I guess. It doesn't come out the way I want the pink to come out. No, I know, Destroyer. But you've got a point. I could make my own pink. I do need to look at getting some... a broader range of pigments, actually. Anyway, I'm not painting anything now. If you have one shade, you have them all. Doesn't always work that way with these paints. That needs a proper clean. Oh, skin tones are a pain in the arse at the best of times, Mardale. Like, I currently only technically have one flesh colour. And everything else is just sort of modelled through as best I can. I reckon mixing white with corn red would create a less peachy pink. Yeah, I don't have corn red. I have... I have Army Painter Pure Red, which just comes out really weird when you mix it with white. I don't know why. Yeah, I have a surprisingly sparse selection of colours. Like, I have a lot of different blues. Because what tends to happen is I buy a lot of different shades when I'm painting something specific. And then I end up without anything for my other projects as a result. With the mans, you can highlight fairly roughly and they look rugged. With women, you need to get your highlights smoother and subtler. I suppose, I mean, let's just bring the Archivist back for a second. She's got quite a stark highlight on her nose. And I've got quite a dark shade on her jawline. Or I've tried to have quite a dark shade on her jawline. Not that you can really see it because the hood's in the way. But it's almost like she's sort of contoured. Like she's done a makeup, basically. Which is also how I'm getting away with the fact that her hands are very definitely a different shade of flesh tone. Because I forgot to mix enough for both. So there are ways to get around it. It just depends on what kind of look you want to go for with the miniature, I guess. And what feels right for you. Shit, say 25. I'm really bad at finishing on time on Wednesdays, aren't I? Fair enough. That's just the way I paint, I guess. Sorry, titters. I really wish that I'd thought to set up like an additional screen so that you could see me properly instead of me being a floating thing in the corner. I'm basically a talking head right now. Oh, Cyborg, harsh. Cyborg. You know what? I'm gonna invoke the Vibing Cat now because I'm quite enjoying this track. We've got quite a lot of tracks left in the jukebox, and to be fair, aren't we all talking heads? I guess we are. And I feel really guilty about leaving this many tracks in the jukebox, but I kind of need to go and eat, so I should probably do that. Personally, I'm a talking mask. That is a fair point, Tidders. Well made. Oh, let's have a look. What hell, before I finish up. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I mean... I'm literally a talking beard. Fair enough. I suppose if you do them more... My first song comes on. Okay, we'll stick around for at least some of this track. Because otherwise poor Destroyer's not going to get to hear any of the music he's put in the jukebox. I suppose if you did decide to use the same technique on a female mini as you do on a male mini, she'd just look super stacked, which is perfectly acceptable and can look really cool. There is nothing wrong with a buff girl. It's fine. I'm a master procrastinator. I feel really guilty about not doing anything here. Oh, brilliant, Hans. I'll have to check that out after the stream then. Yeah, exactly, Spartan. Why am I being told off? I have no problem going stacked on a woman. It's mainly in the faces that I feel some more subtlety is needed. I get you. What I do, Modhale? No, I shan't. You can't make me. So there. What I do, Modhale, is I just really, really water stuff down. So I don't go for like lighter shades or anything like that. I just water it down extra and then layer it up more slowly. So maybe that'll work. I can't add more cats, but I can dance too. What year was this released, Destroyer? Longfang! That was mean! I was enjoying that. Fine. I get the fucking message. It's ball sport. Didn't even get to the saxophone solo. I know, right? Hey, I didn't say you were rude. I said you were mean. I'm a grown-up. I can decide when to eat. War Master is showing his colours. Yeah. Agreed, Mod Hale. That does. From last year, really? I was enjoying it. It was good. But I don't have a steel button on here yet, so I need to do that. No! Stop it! Destroyer, could you send me the link to that track, please, so that I can add it to the jukebox? Like, through Discord or whatever. And thus begins the Longfang Heresy. We'll see about that. I have ways. Anyway. Seeing as I didn't get to enjoy the end of my dance party, thank you very much everyone for coming along tonight. I hope you've had fun. I will probably not put pictures of the Archivist up until tomorrow now, because otherwise I'll get in trouble for not going to eat. Seriously though, thank you very much everybody. It's been really nice just hanging out and chatting and having a chill stream with you all. I don't know if anybody's live, so... I mean, you could have eaten on stream. No, I've got to cook first. That's the problem there. Okay. No one's live tonight, so unless somebody's got somebody they want me to raid...
Yeah, but we're not really in the position to do so, right?
The fuck? I'm just gonna kill the stream. Right. Raid the fridge for food. Yes, I'm going to. Oh my god. Robotron's live. Yeah, fair point. Fuck it. We're gonna raid Robotron, the creator of The Dark Room. Right. Thank you everyone for coming along tonight. It's been absolutely rad. I would happily go for longer, but I've got to go and eat. Close enough, Mod Hale. So, I'm back on Friday with Monster Hunter Rise. I may or may not be on my own. We'll see. But until then, I want you lovely folks to take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands. And go have fun with Robotron. Or don't. It's up to you. Alright. Bye-bye, everybody.